Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about Uber Eats integrating new restaurant payment plans, which I think could be a leading step into them integrating this into driver payment plans, and hopefully it does, because it seems like they're the first company to really step up, because they've all been kind of operating on this standard payment model. The companies pay a certain level for advertisement and stuff, to pop up first. Basically, it's kind of similar to way I have websites that promote my company, and the more you pay, the higher you rank on the website, and then you can include other payments and stuff. So it's basically almost the same thing. So I thought this was really interesting because it's very similar to what I do with my show as well. So I'm just going to read off this article to you guys. I'm going to skim over it real quick, because I'm sure none of you guys own restaurants, so it's not that relevant to you, but I think this could be the next step into Uber Eats integrating an actual payment model and maybe paying drivers who have been with them for a long time a little bit more money than maybe someone who just first starts off. I think that's fair, and I don't pay my employees the same. If someone's just started, they get the lowest rate, and if someone's been with me and done a ton of shows, they get the highest rate, So it kind of makes more sense when you're hiring someone who's more reliable and who's been around, knows the ins and outs of everything. It makes more sense to integrate these kinds of payment models, and they're doing it for the restaurants now. And now that it makes more sense, because they're always suing. The last video we did was about them suing New York about saying there's a 20% cap on how much they can charge restaurants and stuff, and now they're giving them options of 15, 25, and 30%. So let me just review this chart so that way you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'll pull this up on the side right here. There is 3 payment tiers for restaurants. Basically, if you want to keep your costs low and you want to do the very bare minimum, you're going to show up with $3 sign. So when you're ordering, it says how expensive your delivery charges are going to be and all that, yada yada. Keep costs low, and basically you're only going to show up if someone searches for your restaurant, which, to be absolutely honest, I almost always search for, I think oh man, I want Chipotle right now or something like that, and I almost always just search it. And there's always the ones that just show up right on the homepage, right? So you're not going to be one of those ones if you want to do the 15% payment model. And you know what? I just said something like this the other day. I was telling them how they should they should incentivize customer or companies to advertise on their websites, because there's so many people that look at these apps on a daily basis. So to keep costs low, it's 15%, 6% for pickup orders. What's interesting is all 3 of these tiers have a 6% for pickup orders. So I like how they put that in very small print. Anyways, okay, so only appear when someone searches for you, $3 delivery sign, meaning probably people are a little bit less inclined to order from you when it says, but at the same time, if you're searching for someone, it doesn't really matter what the dollar signs are, because you're probably going to pay it anyways. Run ads and promotions at your own cost, meaning you have to pay to advertise your delivery or your restaurant. So tier number 2 is the plus 25%, meaning they're going to take 25% of what you're charging. Show up in Uber Eats apps home screen. That's pretty good. $2 delivery signs. Uber Pass members get benefits when they order from you, and you still have to run ads at promote your thing. If you get the premium, which means you're paying 30%, which is probably better for bigger corporations and stuff, which unfortunately corporations are going to win. Of course, they always do, because they can actually cover those costs. Maximize your sales, stand out to customers. 30% in delivery service, delivery orders, so they're taking 30% of what the customer is paying. Show higher in the Uber Eats app's home screen. $1 delivery sign. So this is probably better for overall, because people might go onto the screen and oh, actually I didn't think about ordering from Applebee's. Applebee's does sound good right now, and they only have a $1 sign. I mean, if from a business standpoint, I would go with the the plus, or I would probably go with the premium option because it's only 5% more. And okay, so $1 delivery sign, Uber Pass members. Comment down below. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys order from Uber Eats, Grubhub, or Doordash? When you typically order, what's the app that you pull up? And does anyone have the Uber Pass or DoorDash Pass, whatever it's called? Okay. And so we will match your custom ad spend up to $1,000, up to $100 every month. Meaning you still have to pay for your own stuff, but they will match you, so you kind of double. Kind of a little tricky there, you know, if you're up to $100, right? So if you're paying, yeah, that doesn't really make sense, because I feel like a restaurant with a lot of money is probably paying like $500 to $1,000 to advertise every month. At least, I don't know, because my footwear company, we advertise $500 a month, so I would assume restaurants probably are advertising a little bit more than me, so they're only adding $100 onto that. Kind of a scheme in a way, but saw that one coming from Uber Eats. Anyway, so now that we know what this payment model is about, let's kind of read over the article. Uber Eats and Postmates today announced new tier price structure, 15, 25, and 30% fees. So I think this is great, because now they don't have to have a sue fest over every single like state or city that implements these kinds of laws where they can't charge over a certain rate. It's a great idea. Great idea. And they're the first ones to do it. So good job, Uber Eats, being creative, and yeah, stop suing people. Figure it out. You know, obviously there's a problem here. So instead of suing all these cities, just fix your payment model, which they're doing. And hopefully they see all the backlash that DoorDash is getting from, like, I don't know, the protests and like strikes and stuff, DoorDash strikes, and maybe they'll implement a driver pay program, so that way you get paid more the more deliveries you do. Like, maybe there should be like one, if you've delivered 1,000 orders, you get a certain pay, and then over 2,000 you get a certain pay, and then 5,000 or something like that. How many? Let me know also in the comments down below. How many deliveries do you guys have? I got about 2,400 on Postmates and about 2,600 on DoorDash. What's interesting about this whole entire thing is they allow the restaurants to customize how much each item can cost. So, like, for example, Caesar's Pizza Place, whatever it's called, Little Caesars, they have the $5 large pizzas, but if you order in the app, it's $10, right? So now they're implementing and they're allowing companies to charge whatever they want, which really, once someone is on your page and they're already ordering, they're probably just gonna keep ordering. You know, if something costs too much, they're just not gonna order it, but they're probably gonna keep ordering. From my experience, that's the way if I add something from Chili's to the cart and I'm like adding something else, I'm not going to go back and take that first item out of the cart if it's cheap, you know. So it might be good to have cheap items that maybe don't cost you so much to make, and then have everything else a little bit more expensive, so once they add in an appetizer, they're already kind of inclined to just keep ordering. Yeah, so I don't really want to read this whole article because it doesn't, my audience, you guys are all probably delivery drivers, so it doesn't really make too much sense to read this whole article. It's by restaurantdive.com. Uber Eats' new pay model is deviation from the single marketplace fee. It is used to charge partner restaurants. That fee includes costs onboarding new delivery couriers, paying couriers. Is it couriers or couriers, or I don't really know. Equipping couriers with insurance and personal protective equipment, marketing technology services, and customer service for partner restaurants. That's good, you know, you get customer service too. So anyways, I thought this was really interesting because it's Uber Eats really taking this whole payment plan to a next level. They're really thinking bigger on this one compared to the other apps. I'm sure the other apps are going to follow suit and they're going to do the same thing, but what we're going to see, I guarantee you, from DoorDash is they're going to go 1% lower than all of these other companies because they have more market share and they can afford to charge a little bit less. I wouldn't even be surprised if they do 5% less. They'll probably do 10% fee, 20% fee and 25% fee, I bet. I see that coming from DoorDash. But anyway, so if you guys like these delivery, update, gig news kinds of videos, tips and tricks and stuff, let me know by clicking that thumbs up button, and also subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet, because who doesn't want free information? My whole channel is about giving you guys as much free information as I can possibly come up with, and hopefully helps you guys make more money in the future. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't yet, check out my footwear company, offaxisathletics.com. Use the discount code Tanner's YouTube and you're gonna get 65% off shoes, because I just want all my delivery homies and people that watch my channel to wear my shoes. And every time someone orders using the code Tanner's YouTube, I'm like, hell yeah, more of my subscribers are wearing my shoes. Anyway, so thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe again. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.